morning, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. If you like my videos, please give them a thumbs up and subscribe. So today we're going to start off with making this bucket hat. So what I did, I figured I'd grab one of my kitchen bowls and use that to kind of give it a little more support. And you want to find, these are the sides. You can tell where the seam is. Excuse me, my allergies are wicked. So we're going to kind of play around with it today. This is some of that lace that I have, and I'll be putting it up on my Ko-Fi page. I think that's how it's pronounced. Those of you that don't know, I switched over from Etsy to Ko-Fi. I just had too many problems with Etsy, and it was just not working in my benefit. So I'm thinking we may even be able to make some flowers with this, or even cut some and add some. I'm only going to do the side of this hat. My husband was laughing. He says, "Are you really going to wear that in the garden?" I said, "You bet I am." And I also pulled out some doilies because I thought some of these doilies would look gorgeous on here as well. Those of you that are taking my tutorial for my needle cape, I'm still working on that. I'm really behind. I'm trying to help my daughter. She's putting a new kitchen in, and she wants to get that all ready and done before the baby comes. And I'm just literally out straight. So that is on my plate to do. Excuse me. So I will be doing that. Now I got to try to figure out how I can show you guys. So that is kind of cute. That was kind of my idea, and then building it up from there. And I almost thought we could somehow try to make a flower out of this, or even add this as a base. So I'm going to try to do that. But I think I'm going to try to make a flower out of this, and we're going to glue these pieces down. So if you have some appliques, you want to grab some and just play around with it and see which ones you like best. I like the contrast of the white and then the darker ones on the side. And I happen to grab a lot of the same ones, unfortunately. I could even use this particular one. Or I could put these on the bottom and add that on the top. No, I think I like just a little bit of the white peeking through. Let's switch this around because this is going to be the front of the hat, and that's going to be the side. There. I think I like that look. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac to glue these down, and then I'm going to play around a little bit. I have these cute flowers that we can add, and I want to add some lace. So let me go ahead and Fabri-Tac these down, and I'll be right back. Now that I somewhat have these on, I'm going to kind of move this one just over a little bit, I think. Just a little. So we have these on, and now we got to figure out what we're going to add next. I like to add a little bling to it. So I just got this in. Let me see. We could always add a little bit. We could actually add the whole thing around the whole rim if we wanted to. The whole rim of the hat, which may look cute, but I don't want to tack anything down because I want to be sure. Or I may even want to add a piece of lace along the bottom, but I think we should make a nice big flower here. I do have a pink flower somewhere, but I'm not quite sure where it is. So yeah, I don't know where I put it. So we could add a flower on that, just like I did on here. One of those flowers, or we make a beautiful big rose. So I think we're going to try to make a rose out of this. And this is from the 60s. And it's gorgeous. Look at this. I'm going to be having a few pieces up on my page to sell. And I have some huge pieces too. And it's just kind of cool. Look at the edges. And I can't imagine, not I can't, just adding it over a journal. I mean, you could even drape it over one of these bucket hats if you wanted to, and decorate over it if you wanted your whole, if you wanted your whole hat covered. It's so soft. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I gotta see if I can make a flower out of that, and we'll go from there. So I think what I decided was, instead of making a homemade flower right now, because I wanted to make this a quick project for you ladies, is I have a roll of these flowers, and I just cut one. And I thought, I need to prop this up. See if I could do this. So I thought the best thing would be is to add some of this. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? This textured lace, and just kind of crumple it up a little bit on the bottom just to give this a little texture. And then I can add my flower on top. And then look what I found. I found these cute 2 little flowers with some bling. I thought of adding those to the sides, and I was toying with adding a few different things in the middle of this. I mean, that looks really cute right there. This one I think might be a little too big, or I could even, whoops, I'm such a klutz. I can even take some of these pearls that I have and just add a few in the center, which I think I'm going to do because it's kind of going to match up with that. Although I do like that. Let's take this down, push this aside, and see what we think. Let me zoom this in a little. Whoops, wrong way. So if I add this, I would glue this. I'd kind of take it and glue it in here. But I'm not sure I'm crazy about that. And like I said to you guys, I like to make things that I really am crazy about. And I wish I had something. Oh, wait a minute. I got an idea. Look at these. Maybe there's something in here that I can add to the center. I just don't want to take away from the pearls on the other flowers too much. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. I have all these little treasures, and I don't know where I get them from. Here, there, and everywhere. I still kind of like this. They have these sticky dots. Oops, I don't want to pull the flower apart. Let's see. Oh. Let's do that. Oh, I guess it just comes off like that. And I could add that right in the center. Kind of liking that so far. Or I have these real sweet, sweet small ones, and I could take the green off, and I could add that to the center. You know, this is the part that sometimes it takes me a while to figure out. Let's see what I have in this bag of tricks. See if there's anything. I have a white one that I could add instead of that one. You know what? I kind of like the white one better. Oh, this is the part, guys, that really takes the time. Oh, I have this. Too bad I didn't have that in white. I like that. Let me look in the bag and see if there are any other colors. I have this weird little one too, but I don't think it's going to give enough pop. You can't even see it. The gray, it's nice. But I still think I'm going to go with that. I think I'm going to go with this white one. Because then when we add it to here, it's just going to give it some substance. So let me get my... I'm such a small corner here to work in. So I'm going to just get the glue gun and just kind of position it and push. Let's see how that looks. If I don't like it, I have more. I can always cut it. But let's add this lace down. Let me zoom out a little. There we go. Let's add this lace here. And I'm going to put something under here so I can make this stand up a little easier. Let's see if that'll work. It'll probably roll. My husband's putting some siding on the house, so if it's a little noisy out there, that's what's going on. So I think I'm just going to tack it down in the middle, and then I'm going to work around it. So let's just put a little glue there and gather it. And you know what? I'm probably going to burn my finger. So let me get my little spatula doohickey. Let's just take this bit by bit and make it so it's a little rough looking. And pin that down just so you can still see. You don't know how many times I burnt myself. Just so you can still see the doilies peeking out. But I love how ratty this looks. If you see on the bottom, just gives it a really nice shabby look. Sometimes I just take the tip of that. Just want to anchor it so it's not flying anywhere, especially if you catch a wind outside. So let's see. Let's put a little on the bottom. I like how it's hanging on the bottom like that. So we'll keep it like that. And maybe we'll add a little bit over here. There. Okay. So now, thinking we add that here. And again, I'm hoping, I don't think you guys can see this. Wish there was a way. Let me see if I can stabilize it better like this. So I'm thinking I'll add that here. And then I have these two that would look really cute on the sides. Like this. Kind of stagger them off a little bit, but make them look like they're part of this flower cluster. And I also brought some of these brooch pins out. And I thought maybe we could add one somewhere, just to give it a little bit of pop. And I have this. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's tack this down. And tack down these flowers. And again, I'm not going to put too much thought into placement. Sometimes it works out better when you do that. And I'm banging that camera again. There. So now we have this. And I'm starting to really like this. And I pulled out a few different, like, glittery, not glittery, little, more pearly bling. I just love the pearly bling. And that may give it some pop if we cut this piece and just add a little bit up on top. And maybe add a little bit on the sides. So let me cut this. I just wanted to show you ladies too, when I go to cut this, I take my glue gun. I don't want this sequence on there. I'm not a sequence gal. And I just add a little bit of glue just so the things don't fall apart. And then I'll cut in between. Might have waited. I shouldn't be using my sewing scissors on this because of the glue. So that way they stay. And I'm just going to take this side apart so we can figure out how we want to position. It's all cut. And I think I like this up here. Just to give it a little bit of bling. And then I thought, I have a little piece left, and it might look really nice on this side here. So what do you think, ladies? Let me tack this down. You don't need to watch me tack it down, so I'll be right back. I have that one glued on top. Now I have to do the other piece. Where the heck did I put it? There it is. So do we like this here? Or I found something else too. Do we want a little something different to add there? We could do that. And I was thinking, I had this pretty lace I could add, but I don't know how far out I want it to go. I'll have to try it on and see exactly. And I had this. We could actually add in that corner as well. But I think I might just add this. See, I'm overthinking it again. Yeah, I kind of like that. And we could always add this bling somewhere else if we wanted to. Or we don't have to add it at all. So I'm going to tack that down. Oops, and I'll be right back. Show you how I'm just taking little pieces of this glue. So this isn't going to be washable, but you know what? A hat like this, I don't think you'd really want to wash because of all the pearls. I wouldn't anyways. So I'd just kind of spot clean it. So I'm just kind of adding little pieces of glue underneath and just pushing it down a little. I really like how that looks. The only thing I wish is I had a little more of this coming out. So I'm going to try to just pull a little more. And I could always add a little more too, as well, to the side. But I think it needs something here and here. Probably doesn't, but you know me. I could cut that, but I'm not sold on that. I don't want too many flowers because that's the focal point. So I might leave it. I can always add one of those brooches to it as well. So I'm going to try it on And let me give it a look, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to add, let me tip it. It's probably easier not to have it on the bucket, but it's, believe it or not, it's easy to work with. I wanted to add some more of this gorgeous factory 60s lace to this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue that down right there and make it stand up a little. And then I'm going to add this. But I don't want it to be even with that. So let me put this down. I had to put another glue stick in. This company that I got this from used to make draperies and tablecloths. So some of it is extremely thick, which is nice. So I'm just going to tack that down a little, just so it stays. But it's going to stay when I add that brooch. And this one is a pin. So if I don't like it, I can always take it out, which is a plus. I just want to tack it down enough so if wind comes, it's not going to take everything. So I kind of like that there. And then we'll have to worry about the other side. It just didn't look like it had enough. I have a little more of this cut. I might just add a little bit more over here so I can add that a little higher up. Right about there. This stuff is unbelievable. I'm going to put some on my shop link, and I'm going to do it as you buy just, you know, I'm going to probably cut it in pieces so that way you guys can have a few different styles of it, because it does come in different styles as well. There. How does that look? I'm going to put that on. I had these smaller ones, but I don't like the smaller one as much. I think that bigger one is really nice. Let me see what else I have in here. I have this, but I think it's going to weigh the hat down, and I don't like the red. I have so many little goodies over here. I have this one, but no. This is even kind of cute. If I did something like this, but I could do that on the other side. Let's hold that off. So basically, I think those smaller ones are the best to add on there. I just don't want to add too much weight onto that hat and have it be too floppy. There's this one too. I'm just going to do this one. So let me add that. Pins are small in the back, which is great for a hat. But let me tell you, it's kind of a pain to stick them through, because this hat is very thick, and I absolutely love them. And I will put the Amazon link for them below. Watch, I'll prick my finger on the other side. I'll put that Amazon link below so you ladies can pick them up. They come in a 2-pack. They come in this lighter one and the darker. And what I liked about it is, look, the inside. It's one size, so you can make it bigger or smaller. And actually, it was really comfortable fitting. So let me pull this through to the other side. Oh, I did it. It's not as easy as you think to do things on camera. There. Whoops. That looks much better. So now I'm wondering if we add some more of that stuff to the side, this, I don't want to make a, I'm in such a mess here. So if we add a little bit more over to the side and we can add this on top. Let's see how that, let me cut a piece off and see. I also just found a green leaf. So we've got this. This might be a little too big. That's my stomach. I'm actually doing pretty good on that food plan I was telling you ladies about. I have my days, like when I go visit my daughter. But you know what? If you don't take a break, then it's not going to work. What do you think? This is the flower I found. I wonder if we can kind of stick this flower in the side here and give it some color. So let me tack this piece down. I want to just pull this just so it looks a little more ratty. And there's no real rhyme or reason in how I tack this down. I just kind of mess with it. Just like this. And I figure, you know what? This is art. It's supposed to look like art. Let's just make that so it folds in a little. So that's why I make it look, I put it on just like crazy. I like the way that looks. Hopefully we can keep that like that. Let's put a little bit more here. I just kind of go around and feel for where it needs more. But then if we add this piece like this, I think I'm going to add it down a little further. Or should I add it up over there? No, I don't want it balanced with that one. I think I'm going to add it right about there. Let's do that, but I think I need something there. Let me see if this will even, this was a pin. Ah, of course, I just burnt my finger. We can get this to stay down. Oh, you know what we can add up there? I have two of these, I don't know what they call millinery flowers. Could add one up here. And just give it a little pop with that yellow. Or, that's not too bad either. Let me add this, I wanted to add this leaf. I think I do anyways. It's like a sage. I'm going to cut that off. I think I like that in there. Just to give it a little more texture. I only have one. So, you know what? Let's do it. Just got to figure out where. I think just peeking out a little bit right there might be the best option. Let's do that. So I'm going to leave it in place. And I'm just going to glue under the flower there. And then glue under the leaf. Just like this. And I want a piece of this to stand up, so I'm not going to glue that. Just gives it a little texture when you look at it. So you're watching this video, and I have other ones I'm working on. Like I said, I'm working on the giveaway for my needle book. I only had 4 entries, so of people that completed it. I had several people buy the kits, but I guess they were either shy or they haven't gotten around to doing it yet, which is fine. Which is fine. And I have some videos, and I have one video and some pictures to show you. So I'll post that. Oh, that is cute, huh? So we want to add this yellow, or is that going to make it, this kind of blends in nice. You know me. No stone is left unturned with me. And I kind of like that in the front. Oh, let's put this down. And you can still see the doily. Not as much, but you can still tell that there's a doily there. But I still need something up here, and I am really thinking of adding this yellow flower, but I'm not sure if it's too much. Let me go grab some flowers. Oh, wait, what about, I did have one here. I'm not crazy about that because we have that in the center. I did have some flowers. Where did I put them? We could go with one of these, but I don't want to take away from that center bling. I think I put it away. Let me go pull it out again. I liked this too. Whoops. But it's going to take away from, I think, the bling over here. It might be too much, but you know, we want it to be too much. So let me go grab those flowers and see what I like best. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not crazy about this. And the good thing about the glue gun is you can just pull it off. I just don't feel it's as delicate as it should be, given what we have here. So see, you just pull it off with the glue gun. There. And then I found these flowers, and I like it better. So this one I'm going to take off as well. And I'm going to add one of those here. I just think it's more cohesive. So let's pull this. This one may be a little bit of a challenge. So if it's a challenge, I just take that glue gun, just like this, and heat up the glue and pull it back. And just work it. Because you don't want to ruin the flower or the hat. So just push it in and work around. And it'll pop up. And then we can add our other flower, which I think will look much better on it. That's the problem with these things. You know, the more you dig, you find better things for it. So sometimes it's best just to work with a pile that's in front of you and not go digging, especially if you have a lot of stuff like I do. So now we're going to add this flower, which I think is going to look much nicer. So let's glue, 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 and put it in the same spot. Oop, I hit that camera again, right there. I like that much better. I think I'm just going to add a little more glue just to support it. Whoops, and I just burnt my hand. How many of you guys burn your hands constantly on that darn glue gun? It's like I'm a kid or something. And I thought of adding the other one right here. and it kind of keeps it cohesive. Or the other thing I did pull out too is this, which we could add there. And it picks up the pink from in the middle of that. So if we add this here, then we really don't need anything else. We have these little hanging. And this is a pin, so I could actually just pin it on and call it a day. Oh, no, we're not going to call it a day because, of course, I pulled out a few more little things just to add. And I thought of adding just a few of these little flowers in and about. Let's see. Just to cover the area, and I'm not, you know what, one thing about this is it's a pin. So let's put it on and let's see. And I still feel the need to add a little bit in there. And it's kind of, there's a hole there, so it kind of makes a nice little spot just to stick this through. Lisa, don't stick your finger. So let's push that through. It's not all the way through. You don't understand how hard this is sometimes to do on camera. Now, because first of all, I can't see if the little thing is open or closed. All right, there we go. So do you think we need something right here? And I do have still have a little more of this left. If we wanted to just bring this down a little bit, we could do that. Let me turn this around and see if it looks better this way. This edge is kind of cut, but I can kind of play around with that edge. I think it needs something. Just not sure which angle we should put it on. All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Camden was little, our grandson. It was funny, would hit a red light and the light would turn green and he'd say to me, "Come on, Mimi, let's do it. Let's do it." Oh, these kids. And he is now almost 9 years old. But our family keeps expanding, so I'm really enjoying this. And my daughter had a ultrasound yesterday. And I can't believe how clear these ultrasounds look compared to when we had them. She had a few issues that have cleared themselves up, and she is in her last trimester. And my daughter-in-law is due any day now, so I'm waiting for that call from my son. Hey, Mom! So I'm excited about that. And then Camden will be blessed with 2 more siblings at the same time because his mom is having a baby too. And it just so happens that his mom and my my son's wife, they're really good friends, you know, and I gotta say I'm proud of them because they weren't married, but they're co-parenting phenomenally together. I like that much better. But now I'm wondering if we need to add a little something up over here because that is our front. I'm wondering if we should have just done this in the front. I'm getting carried away here. Oh, it's the story of my life, isn't it? No, it doesn't match. You know what? I'm going to go and try this on in the bathroom. And then if it looks good, I'll try it on and scare you ladies. So give me a minute and let me go do that. Hey, ladies. I actually like it the way it is. What do you think? I'll take a picture of it done. And I might just tack this down just a little bit because I don't want the wind to grab it. But I think it's cute. And it doesn't matter which way you put it on because I also tried it out. I put my hair up in there. I tried it out so this would be in the front. So you could basically do it any way you like, but I don't care for this in the front. I liked it better in the back. So now if I go show my husband, he'll look at me like I've got 6 heads and tell me I'm a goon. I know I am. All right, guys, keep watching because I'm going to start working on the needlebook tutorial. Thanks for watching. I want to see yours. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.